Welcome back. This week we're in Rome to explore some of the often overlooked churches, museums, and ancient sites. So join us while we find a really Bigfoot, Caravaggio's in situ, and Nero's Golden Palace. Welcome to The Right Life. We're Catherine and Edward, a married couple based in London with a passion for travel and experiencing the world together. On our channel, we share our adventures from uncovering hidden gems to learning about new cultures and discovering amazing historical sites. Join us as we explore the world. As soon as we dropped our bags off at the hotel, we headed to the Trevi Fountain.
Bathed in the glow of the police car's flashing blue light.
Hopefully this will ensure a return visit.
Edward hiding behind a column.
After a small detour to pass through the frescoed Galleria Sciarra and a quick visit to the Baroque Chiesa di Sant'Ignazio di Loyola, we headed to our first museum of the trip. Palazzo Doria Pamphili has been owned by the Pamphili family since the 17th century.
In 1601, Cardinal Pietrangelo Gandini bought the building and extended it.
Most of the amazing art collection was amassed by Pope Innocent X, a member of this family. He was born in 1574, giving him a front row ticket to the Renaissance. While his papacy was marred with controversy, he certainly made an incredible contribution to art and architecture.
Kind of like this one, it looks like it's capturing something from Middle Earth. Sort of industrial kind of Deathland, industrial underground, I don't know. It looks hellish. This apparently, according to Google Translate, is Anicia led by civil to the underworld. This is the Battle of Naples by Peter Bruegel. Apparently the walls depicted are totally fictitious. And obviously Mount Vesuvius erupting as well. And the battle itself.
The stately rooms and art collection were mind-blowing, but it was the Hall of Mirrors that really took my breath away. It would take days to talk about all of the incredible art here, so I will share a few of my favorites. Boy with a Candle by the mysterious maestro Giacomo, John the Baptist and the Ram by Caravaggio, and The Penitent Magdalene by Titian. As if the artwork wasn't enough, there was even a room full of ancient sculptures.
What's this?
Yes, that's something of the TV show Lost, but you never watched that, so it's lost on you, isn't it?
No. Would you like to know what it is? They have no idea. It's thought that the original statue was probably 25 feet tall, and judging by the sandal, they think it might be Egyptian.
Is this the spot where it was?
No, the temple was somewhere nearby. So,
Interesting.
next up.
After a spectacular long lunch at E-Spirit, we popped into the Church of Santa Maria in Via, or Madonna of the Well. This church is known as the Lourdes of Rome and is associated with many miracles, as well as this rather graphic stained glass window.
We just walked into the city centre to go to the Capitoline Museum. While Catherine's in the queue for some tickets, I've just walked down the hill a bit. So you can see Palatine Hill. And over there in the background there's the Colosseum, which although it's old, it never gets old seeing it. And we've come to the Musea Capitolini today to look at the sculptures and the artwork.
Caravaggio is always one of my favorites.
This is the Marforio. This used to be a talking statue, and talking statues are a lot of fun because people used to put complaints in his mouth that would eventually be picked up, I suppose, by somebody, so the statue could complain for them.
I mean, that looks like that used to belong to Trevi Fountain, and they've moved it here. That's pretty spectacular, isn't it?
Was she a time traveler? Was she holding her phone? We'll never know. This gravestone has the tools of his trade. This is a micro mosaic with doves.
That's Aurelius, isn't it? Marcus Aurelius.
Certainly is.
This equestrian statue of Marcus Aurelius was erected between 176 to 180 AD, 176 being the year of Marcus Aurelius' triumph over the German tribes, and 180 AD is the year he died. Of the numerous equestrian statues to be found in Rome during the imperial period, this is the only one to have survived to the present and constitutes one of the most recognizable symbols of power of Rome.
We've got another statue of Romulus and Remus being suckled by the wolf. And they're the founders of Rome. So here we have another scene of the hunt for the Caledonian boar for Artemis, the huntress.
Yeah, so this is Artemis here, and we can tell that it's her because she's got a bow, and that's like her thing.
And let me guess, that's the boar?
Yeah.
And they're the other hunters. Apparently the faces were always unfinished on the people on the top of the lids.
We are now in the courtyard of the Capellan Museum, and let me tell you, some of the things in here are just absolutely epic. So let's have a bit of an explore around and see what we can find. Edward's going to give us a hand.
What?
And tell us what everything is.
The hand's there.
Oh yes, the hand's there.
Last time on Lost, we found a feet and a hand and a head and a bit of an arm and a bit of a kneecap. Ordered in 6 overlapping bands, referred to episodes from the life of Achilles from his childhood with scenes from the bath in the Styx. So that's when he got held upside down, held by the heels and dipped in the river Styx.
Oh, it's right there.
And that was only weak spot where he was held by his heels, his Achilles heels. And then there should be bits of the Trojan War in there somewhere.
We walked in this room and I thought, oh, this is the room for Edward. And then he made this excited noise and found a bench.
Yeah, my little feet, my tootsies are killing me. I'm wearing inappropriate footwear for walking around museums all day.
And I've brought an inappropriate coat. So we're,
But you're right, because you're inside at the moment, so it doesn't matter.
That's fine. So let's go look at some emperors. Tibero, Germanico, Agrippa Postumo, Agrippina Majore, Septimana Severo, and a random female head. Nero, Neron, other people. This guy behind me, I'm struggling to pronounce his name. Basically, he challenged the god Apollo to a musical contest and lost. So now he's being punished by being flayed alive. And the purple marble is meant to show the pain his body was going through from all the torture. So this is the forum. Wow.
This is where stuff got done 2,000 years ago. Well, we're just walking down the road towards the Colosseum. It's not as magical as I remember it. So they've got a lot of hoarding up at the moment. They're doing a lot of renovation works. But it is still very, very impressive nonetheless. So big I can't even get it all into shot.
Today was the busiest day of our trip, and we stopped for some pizza to refuel. The Domus Aurea, or Golden House, was an opulent palace complex built by the Roman Emperor Nero after the Great Fire of Rome in 64 AD. It is one of the most extravagant architectural achievements of ancient Rome. After Nero's death in 68, the building was stripped of anything of value and then filled with dirt in an attempt to erase Nero's legacy. It wasn't rediscovered until the 15th century. Artists such as Raphael and Michelangelo would drop in from a hole in the ceiling to study and take inspiration from the fantastic frescoes.
Cafe Greco, the oldest coffee shop in Rome, founded in 1760. And then just up here we've got the Spanish Steps, and it's carnage already. So then Cafe Greco, is it? Cafe Greco? And we come for some, it's the oldest cafe in Rome, and we come for a coffee. And good old Soprano special. Cannolis. I've had the cannolis. It's good coffee. Grazie. Oh, the cakes. They're at the rush, and now it's gone. Now ready to be filled. Oh, it looks like the church that we're trying to go to is just having a wedding. But yeah, congratulations to the bride and groom.
There's meant to be a Raphael and a Caravaggio. I hadn't found them yet, so come help me look.
No Caravaggio yet, but nothing to sneeze at.
What's cool, I do actually have a list of who painted everything here. I don't actually recognize any of these painters.
That ceiling is something else.
Finally, the Caravaggio.
The Madonna di Loreto by Caravaggio is one of his most iconic paintings. It depicts the Virgin Mary holding the Christ child as two humble pilgrims kneel before her. The realism and emotional depth of the painting are perfect examples of Caravaggio's mastery of chiaroscuro and human expression.
See Edward in his natural habitat, sitting.
Look, we've got God up there staring down us at all.
Look at the dome up there. I'm gonna bet that's the 12 disciples. Maybe.
After all that, I forgot to film the Raphael fresco. The prophet Isaiah was painted around 1512 and portrays the prophet holding a scroll.
We've crossed the river today to come to Villa Farnesina. I've no idea what it is because I never read the itinerary, but I'm sure we'll have some fun.
The magnificent Villa Farnesina is a Renaissance villa known for its stunning architecture and exquisite frescoes by Raphael, Sebastiano del Piombo, and Baldassare Peruzzi. The nude Mona Lisa is thought to have come from Leonardo da Vinci's workshop, but he may have had a hand in its creation too.
That's a ginormous room, isn't it? Wow. This is ginormous. There's life-size men on the wall. The horse looks a bit out of it.
I was in awe over the mythological paintings and this room inspired by Pompeii.
Are we in the foodie district now? Sure we ain't in the rapey stabby district. So it's a 3rd century Roman arch. How can you tell it's 3rd century? I'm talking to you and you're walking away from me.
Oh, I don't know the answer.
Talking to strangers I am.
We then popped into the stunning Basilica of Santa Maria, one of the oldest and most important churches in Rome.
We'll just do.
Right now.
Basilica di San Crisogono has an amazing secret in its basement: Roman ruins and early Christian mosaics.
Underneath this basilica is a much older early Christian church, which is in fact so old they think it may have been built prior to Christianity being legal in Rome. Mosaics. Looks like a fireplace. Did you actually think there might be some homes down here too? And some random bits that don't go anywhere else. Thoughts?
Very cool. It's a bit damp down here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bit of a hidden gem?
Not bad for €3.
No. This is insane. It's very cool. I'm gonna fall because I'm not watching where I'm walking. The floor is very uneven. Look at this, it goes all the way down there. It's crazy. Behind me are a series of 8th century mosaics, early Christian mosaics, which is very cool. And you should definitely come check this place out, but it's not for the faint of foot because I'm just not sure how I haven't fallen yet. And I've really tried. He's so not good to me. He's holding my bag so I can go into the creepy area.
I must have known it's down here. There's an iron beam going across here. That looks like the floor of the church above. Basically, all the local kebab merchants around here heard all the cats and the other weird foreign meat like rats, porcupines, badgers, stray birds that have lost their wings, they've got no legs, pigeons that have been poisoned and they're dying here. And when this place gets full up, they get all the carcasses out, skin them, debone them, mash it all together. And everywhere you get a kebab around here, that's what you're eating. No? Okay, I know what it is, Catherine, so I know what you want to say.
These are a few ruined temples behind us, and they've been a cat sanctuary for ages. It's kind of dark here. We haven't really seen a whole lot of cats yet. I've tried to catch a few, but I have found them, many of them, in the past. Don't listen to Edward. He's full of crap.
I don't know about you, I fancy kebab now.
I felt like we hadn't seen enough Caravaggios on this trip, so we stopped by the Church of St. Louis the French for 3 more. The Calling of St. Matthew, the Martyrdom of St. Matthew, and St. Matthew and the Angel.
Here it is in all its glory. And this trip hasn't really been about seeing the usual things that you see in Rome, like the Colosseum and the Pantheon, the Trevi Fountain and the Spanish Steps, because we've come and looked at some of the more obscure sites on this trip. But Still very impressive from the outside. You have to pay to go inside now. We've seen it before many times. So we're just looking at its splendid structure from the outside.
So
Beautiful.
Is the Parthenon the best preserved building from ancient Rome?
I don't know.
It's been in continuous use. As soon as it was no longer for the Roman deities, it immediately, or the pagan deities, immediately became a Christian basilica, and has been used
Ever since.
ever since.
Oh, cool. Thing is though, they charge you to get in. They killed it, haven't they? Because there's no one in there. Never mind.
Morning. Today is our last day in Rome, and the reason I picked our hotel and its location was because I wanted to come to the Trevi Fountain. Feeling a little silly talking, that's okay. I really wanted to come and see the Trevi Fountain at dawn, and I wanted to not have to walk very far to do that. So here I am at 7:30 in the morning. Sunrise just happened 4 minutes ago, and it's already super crowded here. So I guess if you want to come here at sunrise, you got to come here before sunrise, or maybe come here in the summer. Anyways, Trevi Fountain is still an amazing sight, and I'm glad to have it here with slightly less crowds than I'm used to. Well, I've been here for about 20 minutes now, and it's even more crowded than it was when I first got here. So if you want to come here early, come super early. Or maybe this is just one of those sites that you just can't have to yourself. Trevi Fountain was completed by Nicola Salvi in 1762, and it's the largest Baroque fountain in the world. One thing that's pretty cool is there is in fact a Roman aqueduct underneath here that is still being used. There is a museum around the corner. May or may not make it later today. It depends on how much time we end up with. We do have to head to the airport around 3. A lot of people like to throw a coin into the water here, and we jokingly had Edward put his credit card in because it means you're always going to come back to Rome. And I did throw a coin in here the first time I came to Rome in 2002.
There's more people here than there is in Costco's at Christmas time. Basically, this is my idea of hell on earth.
After our last meal at L'Antica Enoteca, it was time to head home. Thank you so much for joining us on this trip to Rome. Let us know in the comments where we should visit next. And don't forget to like and subscribe. There are more adventures to come.
Cheers. Gas water.
Gas water. I don't know how to tell you all about why.
I want gas water.